Just obviously a very disappointed locker room. Guys are hurting. Played their hearts out. Did a lot of great things. In offense, defense. Gave up a couple returns that were costly. Obviously, the drop punt hurt us. Gave them points. But just proud of our team. Proud of the fight. Proud of the way they came out, started the game, and continued to battle. Offense is getting better. O-line continues to play better. And throwing the ball better, stop the run better, and just gotta win those critical situations. Last 3 minutes of the game, it's all tied up, and we gotta find a way to finish. But proud of this team. Just gotta keep working. Questions?
Mike and Sammy.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned self-inflicted kind of mistakes kind of the last couple of weeks. And do you feel you walk away off the field with how good the defense played at times? Big plays you got that you kind of gifted this one to them with just some of those?
Yeah, I feel like, that we definitely hurt ourselves, without question. You just can't, got to catch the punts. That's how we work on that all the time. And so that's costly for sure. And just a couple of the self-inflicted wounds early, I thought hurt us, put us behind the chains a little bit, throwing the pick. That was hard, for us. And so, but yeah, there's no question. We played good enough to win the game. Just didn't finish, get to the last 3 minutes, and inside of 3 minutes, it's tied 24 all, so, which makes it even harder, makes it hurt more and tougher, but play a really good team like this on the road, and our kids, they battled, they fought. Very, very proud of them, proud of those guys in that locker room, man. They've hung together, they stayed together, and they came here to win the game.
Sammy the Mason.
Tom, you guys get the ball back, 21-yard line, about 5 minutes left, run the ball 3 times. What was the strategy there?
Well, after the first couple, if you watch the game, okay, that we had actually done that to kind of set some things up. We were running the ball really, really well. And but when we got to third down, we talked real quickly, said, hey, we're in field goal range. Don't risk a takeaway. They're really good at taking the ball away. They're a great pressure team on 3rd and 6. And we felt, we're already in field goal range. It was just, we thought it was a smart thing to do, to not put ourselves in a position to give away those points and lose the game that way. So that was the thought process there. That was an agreement that I had, and I actually agree with that decision to do that. Once we got to third down, now obviously like to be able to, get to where when we get the touchdown. That's why I said, guys, let's go score a touchdown. That was the whole goal, was to score a touchdown in that situation. Didn't want to leave it to overtime or tie game or whatever. But once we get to 3rd and long, it just. Their defense is really, really good on 3rd downs, and obviously you saw at the end there, they got a lot of good pass rushers. A lot of NFL-type defensive linemen that can really be challenging for your offensive line and your perimeter pressures on you. So that was the thought process.
Mason and David on your left.
Kind of with Brendan Sorsey, he looked to have been a little bit shaken up before that drive. Did that factor into any of the decision making?
No, we wouldn't have put him out there if we didn't think we had Taven warm up. He got hit in the shoulder on that touchdown throw to Omar Cooper, and they checked him out. He threw a little bit. He was a little bit, he was sore for sure, but he was good enough to throw. So that wasn't because of his shoulder. If he couldn't have thrown, we'd have put Taven in.
David, and then Kevin.
Just to clarify, Tom, you said you agreed with it. Was it Rod who said maybe we should just kick the field goal?
Well, no. As far as once they got the 3rd down, we're like, we didn't want to put ourselves in a position to not get points. We're already in field goal range.
But that was your decision, or Rod?
It was. He said it. I agree with it.
Okay.
Yeah, which is usually. I don't tell him what to call, but I'll say, if I didn't want something, if I didn't agree with something, I would say, no, I don't want to do that. Let's do this. So, but I agree with it. Yeah.
Kevin and Mike.
In terms of the special teams,
Because you play so hard, you get a chance to tie the game up. That's. We'd fought back to get to that point. So I think you got to be, that's why we punted when it was 4th and 1. You could go for that, obviously, when you're down by 3. But you know what? You got a monster punt. They fair caught it, and you get the ball. So to me, you get that point when you're in a 3-point game, you're just trying to find a way to win the game.
It's the end of week 9. In terms of special teams mistakes, what can you do to sort of clean those up right now at this point of the season?
Yeah, like, for instance, we dropped the punt, so we made a switch, So the guy that dropped the punt, so we just – you got to catch punts. We had a couple penalties that can't happen. You notice once they return the long return, we sky kicked the rest of them. And so that was effective for us. So we just got to continue to add dangerous return guys. Those in both punt game and the kickoff return game. So I was concerned about that already before the game started. So proved to be true. I mean, they've always had that. We've had just. They got really good athletes in space. It's hard. So to me, we got to continue to work on that and find every advantage we can have to find a way to finish and win that game.
Mike,
Does it feel like deja vu for the defense? I mean, they had like 45 plays, I think, in the first half. You guys are getting worn down. I mean, is it hard for them to just,
No, it's just what you do. That's what you do. So to me, some of those were defense's fault, not getting off the field. Another one was the muff punt, which hurts you. So it's not, you don't hang your head. We just say we don't care what the situation is. We go out there and our job is to stop their offense, and so, obviously, we scored on 2 explosive plays. Now the negative of that is you don't run any plays and the defense is back out there. We got 7 points on those 2 long pass plays in the first half. I think we had 22 snaps of offense, and big part was because we scored so fast. So that's the negative of that. Obviously, I'll take the score over the pressure it puts on our defense. But I felt like the second half kind of bounced it back out, the third quarter especially. But you're right. I mean, those plays add up. I was worried about the turnaround. That halftime sequence felt like last week. Where we because of you're not getting off the field on third down, and then the muff punt put you in a bad position to stay on the field longer than you should have been. So I do agree with that part of it. But from a mindset perspective, we're like, no, we got to go get a stop. And sometimes if you get 3 and outs, that's your job defensively. Get a takeaway or 3 and out to keep us from having to stay out there longer. So, but that's why we rotate a lot of guys. We're playing more guys. We played more linebackers today, which I thought was good. We continued to play a lot of D linemen. We played more DBs. Jordan Shaw got a chance to play. He's a talented player. He proved to me he deserves to be out there more. So just got, and with Noah being down, we got to find ways to get some other guys to step up. So, but yeah, we just proud of our defense. They got to be tough. They got to expect to go out no matter what happens and get a stop.
David on your left and wrap with Mason.
Tom, you've had a tough season, tough last week, tough in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Was there any indication that these guys were going to come out and play with their hair on fire like this? Did you say anything? I saw your Tuesday press conference.
Yeah, I believe in them, and I continue to motivate them. My Sundays have been really critical, I feel like, with our guys. We actually changed our schedule. The year before, we had Sunday off, and Monday was our day with our team, and I knew we had so many new players that I wanted to be with the team the day after the game. This is before the season started. Obviously, we changed the schedule, and I'm really thankful that we did, because we need that time together to keep the team together, because it's easy to get discouraged. But man, they came out and they responded the way I expected them to. And we talked about, even the word for this week and what it means. And those words are powerful because these are words that the players pick. When I use something from them, and I go through and I do my research on that word to find out how do we motivate these guys to be internally or intrinsically, passionate about fighting. Because that's what life's about. Life is hard sometimes, and sometimes it's really not fair. So, I really try to make it real life to them, but also how do I find ways to motivate them to just keep battling? And yeah, that's easier said than done. As the season wears on, you have some losses that mount on you a little bit. It can get discouraging, but I can't let these guys get discouraged. I can't let them doubt themselves. I can't let them, fall into that trap. So we have ways of doing that. We build up that way. It's part of our culture. But you know what? We got to play better, and we got to execute at a high level. We don't have a lot of margin for error against a team like this for sure. But I was proud of our guys. They responded. And that's why that means a lot to me. That shows me a lot about the guys in that room, the way they battled. They wasn't like they just played good for a quarter, and then, they played their tails off the whole game. And we just got to find a way to make a play on each side of the ball with 3 minutes to go in the game. So we're going to continue to invest in them, in their minds, and their hearts, to get them to keep believing, keep battling, and we're now in playoff mode. So we know what we got to do.
Mason, last one.
With regard to the finishing of drives, you mentioned it as being an issue early on in the year. You guys had a couple really good drives in the second half. Is there something you're going to build off of?
There absolutely is, and I'm going to choose to approach it that way. And there was no question. It was. And I do think it always starts up front. Offensively, we did run the football more effectively, and that's huge. It takes pressure off our quarterback, it takes pressure off the throw game, and those keeps you out of those third and 7+ situations, which are hard against really good teams, especially. So there's no doubt we're going to build off of that. But at the end of the day, we got to win. And that's the whole objective. That's the whole goal. That's why we came on this trip. We came here to beat Penn State. Not even though we've never beaten them here before, I don't really care about that. We're going to try and make history today, and we came really, really close. But yeah, we're going to build off the things that we did well, and we got to keep finishing. We got to score more points. We got to continue to find ways to create more takeaways, because those takeaways give us points. And did a good job pressuring the quarterback. Got to continue to do that, in my opinion, and got to keep building off the things. And getting more guys got to step up these last 4 weeks to so we can finish the way we want to finish.
All right, thanks, Tom.
Appreciate you guys. Have a great day, LEO.